Hey everyone, we're live finally. How are you all? Hope you had a good night with Trish. Thanks to Trish for being very kind and sort of jumping off. She only did an hour, so I am very appreciative of that because it gives me means I don't have to go on at like I don't know, like 12:30 at night on the East Coast. So I'm very thankful for that. Snap Crackle Pop is on time. Thanks for being on time. We do have an update. I have an update out of Canada. We spoke about this Amber Alert out of Canada, which I don't see many of these. So when they come up, I like to do them. And it says Langley baby and mum found safe. Amber Alert over. Amber Alert has been deactivated. I want to thank Gambler for finding this link for me. And it says the Langley baby Tyler has been found safe, as well as his mother Brienne Darlene Ford. Just before 5 p.m. Friday afternoon, April 5th, police were notified by staff at the Langley Memorial Hospital that both son and mum were there. That's good news. She went to a hospital. Great news. Police attended and confirmed both were there and in good health. Great. Hopefully, they can sort out what led to this. And I was telling Gambler before, I feel very sorry for the mom. I know how hard that must be to she obviously has had her child taken off her, I'm guessing. Otherwise, why would they Amber Alert a baby with her mom? So, there's something there. I hope they can sort out that whatever that legal issue is, whatever that court order is, whatever it is, I hope they can figure it out. Um, in time, whatever it is, if it's drugs or housing or whatever issue has come up. Hey guys, how are you? Good to see you. That'd be a good outcome. I hate mornings because I'm lurking while eating a late dinner. Okay, I'm hungry too. Grab me some Chipotle. I love Chipotle. I'd eat Chipotle every night, but they don't have it here in Australia. Hi Ping. Hi Marilyn. Yeah, I don't think they even did any type of videos for this. It was sort of happened late yesterday, and then today they searched. I think they said 21 hours. Yeah, 20 for nearly 21 hours. They did a very big, extensive search last night across Central Fraser Valley Search and Rescue, setting up a command post on 72nd Avenue and 208th Street. That's where they were last seen, and that's, I'm guessing, where the kid was taken from. Let me have a look. And his name is, I'll search his mom's name. Brienne Ford. It's interesting. That must have just happened because 5 hours ago they did an article on it. Yeah, here we go. So this is the Langley Memorial Hospital. That's a photo of it right there. That's where they were found. It's covered in, I have no idea. What is that? Building scaffolding or something? Or is that like for COVID? They did so you had to make a line. I don't know. Weird. It says here, yeah. The Amber Alert was issued after the baby is believed to have been taken by his mother without permission in Langley Thursday afternoon. So yes, there is some sort of CPS type thing or a court order, maybe a parental thing. I don't know. But that's the last thing we want is babies going missing. So I hope they can figure out whatever that legal issue is and get obviously mum some more time with the baby. Obviously she misses the kid, and hope if she has any issues they can fix those as well if she wants to. It says here, Amber Alert delays. Questions have been raised about the Amber Alert issued by the RCMP Thursday night with concerns about delays in messaging on local roadways and transit. Some people reported getting the automatic emergency alerts on their phones at different times. They said the corporal that was in charge said technicians were looking into the matter. They said there's several steps involved, and what normally happens in the situation is once the information is out there, it's sent out, and we believe most cell phones were receiving the messages almost instantly, but there was a delay. We are aware of it, and we are looking at it. So there was some people that received the message much later than it should have been, And we did have a photo of the Amber Alert yesterday, if I can find it. Tyler DeRocha is the child's name. So the Amber Alert was cancelled just under 2 hours ago, just before Trish no, about an hour before Trish went on air. I'm just trying to find the SMS. Here it is. Here's the here's the Amber Alert that was sent out. It looks like it's in English. I don't know if they did it in French too, but they do have a French subheading here. Alert to d'urgence. So it says here, all of British Columbia Amber Alert. So this is the one that was delayed apparently, and yeah. So someone else brought up the same point that I did yesterday. More info plus useful to have an image versus just a description. They did have this image of her, but apparently she doesn't look like that anymore. Now they gave an updated image today, an updated description today, and apparently her hair is not pink, it's purple, and it's not shaved all around, sort of like mine. It's it's only shaved on one side, and then she has purple highlights through her hair. Doesn't matter anymore because she was found. So, hey Julie, how's your foot? Is your foot feeling any better? I hope it is. I really do. Okay. Got a weird email. That's okay. I hate morning says, sorry, only baked potatoes, carrots, cauliflower, and grilled chicken. That sounds pretty good though. It's a very healthy dinner. I hate mornings. Very healthy dinner. That's good. All right, good. You get healthy, you go back to line dancing, and you become world champion. All right. Apparently, Julie broke her foot line dancing, or at least that's what I tell people. I tell people that's how she broke it. Hey, Peekaboo, how you going, my friend? Good to see you. So you guys would have all seen the big news with Trish about the Madeline Soto information. We can't bring it to you because they're saying because she was a minor that was killed in a DV situation, her autopsy report is now exempt from basically sunshine laws. So we cannot we cannot bring it to you, and it probably won't get released until trial. And yeah, we won't know any more until then. I can show you this though. Hold on. Yes, here from WESH. Is that the right one? No. So apparently there was a new statue brought in. Someone was saying here. It doesn't matter. I won't read that. It's boring legal jargon. No one wants to read that. Yeah, I can show you this. I'm sure Trish showed you the same one, but I just feel the need since we followed Madeline's case to go over it very quickly. It says medical examiner's office says they cannot release the cause of death of 13-year-old Madeline Soto. The District 9 medical examiner's office says her autopsy can't be released because she's a minor whose death was related to an act of domestic violence and is therefore confidential and exempt from release. And it says David Thomas, a professor of forensic studies at Florida Gulf Coast University, said that is standard for victims in cases like this one. He quotes, I would say before the Gainesville student murders, they released just about anything. And then after that, the media went crazy and it was a media frenzy to get the pictures. They created laws to protect so that information could not be released. It's just a normal course of business in order to protect victims. Madeline is 13 years old, first reported missing on February 26th. The mum's boyfriend, Stephen Stearns, has been arrested on other child abuse charges. We've read them out on this channel before. They are disgusting and they are the depths of depravity in child abuse inside a family home. It really is. That girl suffered harrowing through her final many years, however long he was around. She really copped it. And there is some speculation going around that I don't like doing speculation if I can't back it up with facts, but there is a lot of people on this bandwagon saying that she may have died of an overdose. Now, look, I'm not saying that is fact. I'm just saying there's a lot of people with saying that this is probably what happened. I'm just giving it to you. Some people think that's how he abused her by drugging her up while either mum wasn't home or overnight or whatever. And then maybe she died of an overdose. But hey, it's sort of like the pregnancy thing. Remember a few weeks ago, they're like, oh my God, she was pregnant at the time and that's why she was killed. And we don't know anything about that either. So just remember to take everything with like a giant boulder of salt. So you read something or you hear something, even from me, and just be like, "Oh, okay, let me take that with this giant football-size boulder of, rock salt, because we just don't know." Hey, Smokey. Smokey's here live. I am so impressed. I am so impressed that Smokey is here, and Vicky K. Juicy Jill says, "What ingredients do you like at Chipotle?" I like I just like the meat and rice. I'm a pretty simple dude. I like meat, rice, um, sour cream, and guacamole. I'm pretty simple. I can't remember which one it is. I haven't been over to America for a long time, so I can't remember what they're actually called. But we usually get the meat, like not chicken. Yeah. So sofritas, the vegetarian one. I like my vegetarian friends. I hope they are having you know a great dinner. I like my. Hey Sean, how are you? Did you see the thumbnail? Para River. The Para River. I did some looking. Sean actually was talking in the comments yesterday. He left a comment here. Let me have a look. I'll see if I can find it quickly. Where is it? Where's Sean? No, that must have been later. Hold on. Here. Sean said Para Golf Course is gone too. Para Golf Course, for people who don't know, I grew up in Parramatta. It was sort of adjacent to my high school. I went to high school at Para High, and it was sort of we had this really long field that our school owned that sort of went all the way down the block. The golf course was sort of on the other side of Para High, and interesting that it is gone now. So on Sean's comment, I actually went and had a look on Google Maps last night at the area, and geez, it's changed so much, Sean. You're 100% right. It's completely different now. Everything there is it's just changed. It's not the same. Hey Teresa, how are you? Good to see you. Yeah, mine too, but you were closer to it. Yeah, you must have gone to who was the one on the other side? Marist or Westmead? Is it Westmead Sports? Is that the right one? Westmead Sports High School was on the other side of Para. You'll have to tell me. All right, we shouldn't talk about stuff that's not true crime. Yeah, Para Marist. I thought so. Uh yeah, Maryland. This is cute. All right, let's get back into it. Sorry about that, but I just wanted to address that comment since Sean popped up. So yeah, there's your Madeline Soda. I'm not going to go into it. There's 400 different channels that'll tell you every little tiny speculation and things like that. I just told you the news. You ain't getting the autopsy report. We're probably gonna have to wait till trial, and when that is, who knows? Could be later this year. Could be 2 years from now. So it could be a while. We'll find out in I'd say in a few months. It sounds like from the press conference, there's still work to do on murder charges or, charges in relation to Madeline's death. It sounds like they are still trying to work on it, and I think they're trying not to screw it up. They really want to make sure they get the right person or the right people, plural, possibly. So I think they're working very hard to try and make sure this is a watertight case where if they take it to trial, their district prosecutor will win. They want to make sure they win. These people who are responsible for Madeline's death go away for. Hopefully, we never see them again outside of a jail. That would be nice. Hopefully, they never step foot outside into the community. No. Not yet. Soon, maybe, we'll find out. Right now, he's just being held on those 60 plus child abuse allegations. The ones that describe what he did to, we're guessing, Madeline. Well, I think it says it in there that the abuse started, a few years ago based on the photos. And they describe the acts he did with her, which are graphic and disgusting. And we don't need to read them out on this channel. I think they're abhorrent. Yeah, especially for a little girl like that. She should be off playing with her girlfriends and, you know, doing her beauty stuff or playing sport or whatever, just being a kid. Shouldn't be subjected to anything close to that. All right. Let me grab our next story. Really great news about the Tyler thing, though. I'm happy that that Amber Alert was cancelled and we don't have a dead child or a dead mum. We've got two healthy people that showed up to a hospital and obviously came back to reality and was like, oh, I've done something wrong. I should probably just hand myself in at a hospital and, make it right. So that's good news. I like that. I like when we get a good result from an Amber Alert. And then we had the other one, Amani. Amani was found safe. He had an Amber Alert on Thursday. If you didn't watch the Late Show, we found out that he was located safe and well. And now the only two Amber Alerts on here now are Sebastian Rogers and Elijah Vu, still here from February. Their names have never left. They are still there. They have not been located. That is very concerning. Hold on. Someone just sent me the Royal Canadian. Oh. Yeah, I don't think that link works anymore, the person who just sent that to me. Someone sent me an update from the Royal Canadian Mounties, but that link is invalid. It doesn't work. There's no information on it. I think it's because the child has been found. So thanks though. Thanks to the person who sent that. It's okay. We know. All right. Let me grab you a news story. This will be interesting. I think you guys will like this. We like quirky cases, don't we? Lincoln woman accused of posing as high school imposter's mom pleads not guilty. What? It says the 23-year-old woman, here, let me blow that up. The 23-year-old woman accused of helping a Lincoln man pose as a high school student has pled not guilty. Angela Navarro entered a plea of not guilty in district court on Wednesday. She faces a single charge of criminal impersonation, a class 3 felony. Her bail was posted on Friday, court records show. Oh, she got bail. Lincoln police arrested Navarro on September 29, 2023, after she was suspected of helping 27-year-old Zachary Schick get enrolled in Lincoln Public School. Zachary is accused of taking the pseudonym Zach Hess and pretending to be a student at Northwest and Southeast high schools. During his 54-day alleged days posing as a 17-year-old student, prosecutors said he sexually assaulted multiple children and cost the district more than $6,000 in 2022. According to her arrest affidavit, Navarro posed as Danielle Hess, Zach's mother, and worked with LPS staff to get him enrolled. Police said that once they discovered that Zach's fictitious identity, they contacted Navarro on June 1st, 2023, who insisted on their false identities. Navarro's next court date has yet to be scheduled. As for Zachary, he faces 9 felony charges, which include a range of sex-related crimes. His next court hearing is set for May 16. Let's watch this video.
Accused of coming up with an elaborate backstory and attending more than 50 days of high school classes as someone in his mid-20s. He's also been charged with 15 felonies, but the story doesn't end there. Another arrest has been made, this time a 22-year-old woman who investigators say pretended to be his mother. She was in court today, and so was 1011's John Grinvalds. He brings us the latest along with these bizarre new details.
Cole, that woman's attorney argues that she was manipulated by Zachary Scheich and that so far she's been cooperating with police as the investigation unfolds. That said, she has been charged with a felony. Angela Navarro was in court this afternoon and has been hit with one count of criminal impersonation, which, if convicted, carries a maximum sentence of 4 years in prison. Her first appearance didn't last long, as these usually go pretty quickly, with the judge setting her bond at $5,000, meaning she'll have to come up with $500 to get out of jail. According to court documents, Navarro acted as if she was Scheich's mom, and at one point even met with a school counselor to help him register for classes. In doing so, she used the alias Danielle Hess. You may remember that Scheich used a fake name while attending both Lincoln Northwest and Lincoln Southeast last year, going by Zach Hess. He's accused of victimizing 13 different people, and his charges range from first-degree sexual assault to sex trafficking of a minor to child enticement. Scheich doesn't have any court dates currently scheduled. He remains in jail, and for Navarro, she's set to be back in court on October 25th. Of course, we'll continue keeping tabs on this story. Reporting in the newsroom, John Gridwald's 1011 News.
In a statement today regarding all of this, the district said in part, quote, in light of the incident, Lincoln Public Schools conducted meetings and held trainings with the appropriate staff over the summer and put additional measures into place that will confirm the accuracy of information provided by families for students enrolling from outside of Lincoln Public Schools.
You never know what life has in store for you.
So there you go. I don't know. Was his entire intent to sexually molest students under the guise that he was also a teenager? I'm guessing so. That is a very detailed plan for a sex predator to be like, hey, let me enroll as a student. And then you'd have to convince this other lady to be the mom. I mean, what does she gain out of the arrangement? It's very odd, and more probing of these two needs to happen from investigators to find out what is the aim here. For him, they know, but for her, what was her benefit? Because people don't do things just to help someone like that. What was the positive that she got out of it? Yeah, Siana says that is just sick and very wrong. I agree. So many weirdos in this world. That is true. JS the Cat says, hi, Ping, catching live from Sydney, Australia. Thank you for being here. I love seeing my Australian friends. Love it. Julie says, thank you for your professional demeanor and kind heart. Thank you. It's very kind of you. And Teresa says, appreciate you, Ping, for your reporting. Hey, I try and do it the best I can. And I try to do it how, if this was a family member of mine, I would want them to be spoken about from news channels or whatever. I would want the same kind of reporting. That's the way I try and think of it anyway. Hey, Catatonic. Hey, how are you? It's good to see you. I will bring you more on this when I know more. Right now, that's all we really have. But it is a very strange case. Hold on. What does this say?
And attending more than 50 days of high school classes as someone in his mid-20s. He's also been charged with 15 felonies. But the story doesn't end there. Another arrest has been made, this time a 22-year-old woman who investigators say pretended to be his mother. She was in court today, and so was 1011's John Grinwald. He brings us the latest along with these bizarre new details.
Cole, that woman's attorney argues that she was manipulated by Zachary Scheich and that so far she's been cooperating with police as the investigation unfolds. That said, she has been charged with a felony. Angela Navarro was in court this afternoon and has been hit with one count of criminal impersonation, which, if convicted, carries a maximum sentence of 4 years in prison. Her first appearance didn't last long, as these usually go pretty quickly, with the judge setting her bond at $5,000, meaning she'll have to come up with $500 to get out of jail. According to court documents, Navarro acted as if she was Scheich's mom, and at one point even met with a school counselor to help him register for classes. In doing so, she used the alias Danielle Hess. You may remember that Scheich used a fake name while attending both Lincoln Northwest and Lincoln Southeast last year, going by Zach Hess. He's accused of victimizing 13 different people, and his charges range from first-degree sexual assault to sex trafficking of a minor to child enticement. Scheich doesn't have any court dates currently scheduled. He remains in jail, and for Navarro, she's set to be back in court on October 25th. Of course, we'll continue keeping tabs on this story. Reporting in the newsroom, John Gridwald, 1011 News.
In a statement,
Sorry, guys. I had a second video playing in the background. I'm sorry about that if you could hear it. Um, I was researching something that Sean gave me. There was a woman. Like I said, I'll keep an eye on this one for on Navarro and Zachary, and we'll find out more as they progress through the court system. The one Sean just sent me something, and I want to talk about this. This is very interesting. If you guys love cold cases, if you love uh crime mysteries that don't have answers, the ones that really make your brain go crazy, this might be the ultimate I can think of in Australia from maybe the last 10 years. There was this woman, and she was walking through what we call Parramatta Park. Now, you just heard that I'm from Parramatta. I grew up there. Parramatta Park is this like giant, it's like this giant bit of parkland in the middle of Parramatta, the suburb. And it has sports fields and eating areas. There's got like gazebos, and there's a river that runs through it, the Parramatta River, and it's right on the edge of, just across the river is actually a sports stadium. Parramatta Eels football team is just across the other side. I grew up in the area. People often walk through this park to get from Westmead to Parramatta. She was walking home from Parramatta. I'm guessing she was going up to into Westmead or maybe another suburb, and she was killed. She was murdered while she was on the phone with a relative. Now, it has been years. I can't even remember when she was murdered. I think 2012, 2015. It was a while ago. Here's a photo of her walking across a dimly lit Parramatta Park. Miss Kumar was 400 meters from her Westmead home when she was stabbed in the neck. Yes, someone ambushed her while she was walking home through the park, and they the the prevalent rumor at the time was that her death was arranged from someone back home in India, possibly, I don't want to get sued, but possibly a very close, wink wink, relation to her. Okay? You guys get what I'm saying? Possibly not this guy. Wink wink. Not this one. Not him. Not at all. Never. This guy maybe. Yeah, so she was walking. Who is she talking on the phone to? I gotta remember. Sorry, I gotta try and refresh my memory. It's been a while. She was an IT worker. Yes, she was walking home from work. She was fatally stabbed when walking through Parramatta Park while talking on her phone to her husband. That's right, in 2015. Police say this is because she was not sexually assaulted or robbed during the killing, and there was no evidence her death was racially motivated. At a coronial inquest examining her death, Nine News traveled to India to ask her husband, Arun Kumar, and her family if they had any idea about who would want to kill her. Mr. Kumar said the theory her death was ordered by someone from India was BS, and said he would happily return to Australia if asked by the police to attend an inquest, which is likely to be held next year. I would like to see that. I would like to see that because we have another man in Victoria who, while we can't correlate the two cases together, we had a man who murdered his wife, fled to India, dumped their child at a relative's home, and now he's disappeared into you know, the Indian community. They have no idea where he is, and the police want him to head back home to Australia, and he so far has refused to. So I would like to see that happen. It would be nice to see that more than just lip service. If he does head here for the inquest, that would be interesting. So he can be put on the stand and have to answer very difficult questions about their relationship. And maybe we find out that there was someone else that wanted her dead. That could happen. It's an inquest. Because right now, she is just apparently um, a cold case. They don't know, and they're not sure why someone would want her dead. She was a great woman, worked very hard. She actually was working hard in Australia to send money back home, which I know a lot of immigrants do to help their families. And I think she worked like crazy hours too, from what I remember. Let's see if I can find something better than this on her, because she deserves better than what I'm saying. Hold on. Let me see if I can find the old video of when it happened. Yeah, maybe if, this one from 9 News in Sydney.
Seared in the minds of many in Australia and India, IT worker Prabha Kumar fatally stabbed in Parramatta Park while she was on the phone to her husband. We tracked down her husband in India and in an exclusive interview put to him the police theory that someone in her native country organised the killing.
Can we just talk to you for a minute?
I'm a journalist from Australia. Will you come back to Australia if the police ask you? These are the final moments of Prabha Kumar's life, chatting on the phone to her husband in India after working late in March 2015. She leaves the train station, making her way through the dimly lit Parramatta Park, metres from her Westmead home, when her killer stabs her in the neck. It's a black spot in the park, no cameras, no witnesses, and police believe this mysterious and grainy figure seen at Parramatta Golf Course 20 minutes prior could be linked. Prabha Kumar was just weeks away from returning home to India when she was killed. She wasn't sexually assaulted or robbed, leading police to suspect somebody organised the hit from here. We've come to find her husband, Arun Kumar, and her family to ask them if they have any ideas about who would want her dead and why. 4 years on, her mother and father ache for answers. Peace vanishing from their rural rubber plantation in southern India. Here their eldest and strongest daughter was born, and later cremated. My heart burns thinking about who did this. My only wish is I want to know who did this. She was a kind-hearted and innocent girl. We loved her a lot and she loved us the same way.
I want whoever killed my gorgeous wife to be brought to justice.
Publicly, Arun Kumar grieves for his wife. Privately, New South Wales Police confirmed he was questioned as one of many persons of interest who might be able to assist with the investigation.
Sorry, I wanted to show you something, if we can find it. If we go back slightly. They've shown it a couple times, but there's this like, hold on. This path basically traverses the entire of Parramatta Park, I think just about. And it does, like Sean said, it leads you through, up the top of the hill is old government house. I don't know what they do there anymore, but I think it's just it just looks nice. I'm not sure what they do there. I never knew when I lived there. And yeah, so she was walking along this path, trying to get home. And once you get up out of this path, you get into a street, and it's Westmead, and you can get up into the apartments and, get into, residential area on the other side of this giant park. It is dark in here at night. I have been here at night. I don't know if it's changed. I don't know if they have put lights in, but when I was living in the area, it was pitch black almost in a lot of places. There might be a couple of lights on this particular path, but it is very dimly lit in sections. And we were told never to walk through here at night. When I was growing up, we were told you don't go here after nightfall because there was a lot of people with mental health issues, people drinking, drug addicts that hang out here after dark. During the day, though, it's not too bad, although I can tell you a story from when I was a teenager. I was with a girl and I was at this park and we had a creepy dude that kept following us around. We were in this park and we were doing boy and girl stuff and he kept parking like just out of our eyesight, like just around the corner. And then we'd be like, oh, that's a bit creepy. Is he looking at us? Okay, fine, we'll move. We moved to another section and then he would pull up again, not too far away. So I ended up going and confronting him full of bravado as a 18-year-old. And yeah, he eventually pissed off and um yeah, no fisticuffs or anything. But he was like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm like, well, why do you keep moving the car every time we move? Yeah, nothing happened and he just went away. But it's a creepy place at times. Sean said, Old Government House is a tourist attraction and wedding. Oh, they do weddings there still? I know they did do stuff there. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I think for a lot of those type of families, the children are everything because they take care of them in their old age or they give so much of themselves in their younger years to make sure their kids have better than they did. Not just so they get looked after, but so the kids can do well, and then it makes the family tree better, doesn't it? So then their kids will be better because they had more, and then their kids will be better, and and so on. And the way she was killed, it struck people. It was very odd. No one would just run up to someone like that and stab them in the neck and then run away without sexually assaulting, robbing, taking a purse or a phone. This is Parramatta. People used to get rolled here for their wallet and mobile phone, or even back in the day, the people used to get rolled for their Jordans around here. So it's a rough area. I can tell you from 20 years of living in Parramatta, it is, unless you know the area and you know a lot of people, it can be a little scary in places. For the locals, it's not too bad. Yeah, so let's finish this up. I had to stop it because of copyright. So let's continue.
Investigation. 9 News does not suggest he had any involvement. The police say that somebody in India organised her murder. Do you think that's the case?
That is a bull. That is not right. It's not right. It's highly impossible.
At the time Prabha was killed, he was living with his mistress, college student and family friend Kiran Shagoti, who's been questioned by police. People say that you had a girlfriend at the time and that she was due to come home. So what were you going to do when she came home?
We'll be having a lot of personal things.
You didn't tell police you had a girlfriend at the time?
No.
Definitely
No,
not.
nothing. Definitely not.
Neighbours say he and Shagoti shared this Bangalore house for part of the time Prabha was working in Sydney. He was living here for 3.5 years with another woman.
Another woman, yes. Looked like 26, 27 years old.
Arun declines to answer our questions.
See, I will talk to you tomorrow regarding this. I will sit and give you the interview tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, can we sit and talk? I can talk to you tomorrow.
We never saw him again.
He's saying Arun Kumar left last night and he hasn't come back since. He did not tell anybody where he's going, but he left with a bag.
Prabha was sent to Australia on a 6-month contract with Mindtree, a tech firm based here in India's equivalent of Silicon Valley. But the company kept extending her contract, and she'd been living in Sydney for 3 years at the time she was killed. Prabha's brother, Shiva Prasad, said she did it for her daughter.
She's stayed away from her family for so many years, worked hard to earn that bread and butter.
She was about to return to India for Meghna's 11th birthday.
She was almost there to pack her bags and come. Why would anybody want to kill such a beautiful person or beautiful soul, So that's something that we're really not able to understand.
Now all we want is justice. That's our only wish. If there is somebody who knows anything about the murder of our daughter, please come forward and give us the information. Arun says he'll return for the inquest into Prabha's death next year.
End of the day, we need justice.
That's all I can say.
In India, Emmett Partridge.
Yeah, so there you go. Thanks, Sean, for bringing that up. I haven't seen that in so long. I followed her case when it first happened, and I was hoping for a quick arrest, but it never happened. And unfortunately, it's dragged on for many, many years. Uh, it's really sad. Let's see, when was this? October 2019. So there must have been an inquest. Hold on. Did he come for the inquest? Hold on. Just having a quick look. Did they not run the inquest at all? That's interesting. When I search it, I don't see anything after 2019. So what? Maybe COVID stopped it because the COVID shut down a lot of the coronial inquests. Huh. Coronial. Let me just search one more thing. Coronial. That's interesting that there's really no update. Let me try the past year. I don't see any update. Sean, do you know if they ever ran that inquest? Because when I search it, nothing comes up. Do you know if it was delayed or anything like that because of COVID? Yeah, 2015. Yeah. Dead end. So they never ran it. That's interesting. Normally they are mandated by a certain time that they must run the inquest into unexplained deaths like this where there's no answer. So I will do some more research on this and I'll reach out to the coroner's court in Glebe, and I will Glebe in Sydney, and I will see if I can find out anything about what happened to her coronial inquest and if they'll give me an answer or not, and then I'll update you guys next week, and we'll see. We'll see if they'll give me any information as to whether it's going to whether it will occur or it has been cancelled. If it has, that is very disappointing. I would have liked to, see more effort put in to resolve her, unsolved death. That's what it is. Let me just have one quick look at something else. Monument Australia. Apparently they put a monument up for her here. Where did they put this? Let's have a look. Oh, on the path, on a seat. They put her name on a seat on that long path. There's that long path that starts all the way down there. There's a seat there that they put a plaque for her. And it says, rest in peace. They said the plaque on the seat commemorates Indian national who was stabbed to death as she walked through Parramatta Park from Argyle Street at about 9:45 p.m. on March 7, 2015. The plaque will be placed on a tree next to a walkway where she was murdered. On a tree. I'm confused. This is not a tree. It was made of a tree. It was a tree at some point in its life, but this is a bench. This is not a tree. This is a seat. It was a tree at some point. It might be like one of those little. It looks like it's the backing of the seat, doesn't it? Like with the slats from there. I don't know. Or maybe they made one of those little boards in front of the tree and they put it there. I have no idea. Yeah, the plaque. Let me copy that. Pranakuma. Yeah, it was put on the it was put on the bench. Yeah, I got a photo of it. I can show you. Yeah. This is not a tree. Like I said, it was made of a tree. The tree died long ago. But this is not a tree. There you go. There's the memorial for her. They obviously installed a brand new seat for her and a new, yeah, you can see where the old seat was here that they took out. And they gave her a brand new seat. There's her husband speaking to media. Yeah, that's back in 2015. And there's people campaigning for justice for her. She does deserve that. That footage is so creepy because she just looks like any other woman walking home after a long day at work, talking to their loved one on their phone, going, "Yeah, I'll be home in 20 minutes. Hey, is dinner on? Yeah, sure." It's very sad. She deserves justice. Walking downhill to Westfields. Yeah, down to Argyle. Yeah. Yeah, okay, guys. I will reach out to the Glebe Coroner's Court on Monday and see if we can find anything about her coronial inquest and why it never proceeded. Because it is public information, and they have to tell you, because it's not done for secret. It's supposed to be done to bring facts to light. So maybe the police can arrest someone, or it's just a fact-finding mission. It's so they can try and get to the bottom of what happened to her and how did she die and that type of thing. All right. Thank you, Sean. That was very interesting. It brought back a lot of memories. I still remember when she was murdered. It was very. I think for a little bit, people thought there was like um, what's the correct word? Someone who was mentally ill who may have killed her, but police quickly ruled out that theory. And then they have that footage from near old government house of someone creeping around. It's like someone really studied where to go, although they did get caught on that grainy footage, but they did a pretty good job hiding. All right, let's go to our next story. I know people were messaging me earlier today asking if I had any new information on Veronica Butler or Gillian Kelly, but I didn't see anything. I'll have a quick look. No, not really. It looks like the last big update was maybe 2 days ago, 4 days ago. The latest article I can see for them, let me see, recent past 24 hours. Yeah, really nothing. It made it to the UK. UK News picked it up. UK Yahoo. Yeah, it's just the same information. Oklahoma authorities say they have found evidence of foul play in the suspicious disappearance of 2 women who went missing on Saturday while picking up their children. Veronica Butler and her friend Gillian Kelly, 39, were on their way to pick up Butler's 6-year-old daughter and 8-year-old son in Ava, Oklahoma. For her daughter's birthday party, a source close to Butler told ABC affiliate KV2, but the woman never made it to the pickup location. That's interesting. I don't know if we've ever heard the ages of the children before. The OSBI could not confirm the woman's exact relationship or where they were going, telling the outlet that the situation was still under investigation. According to an announcement made by state investigators, detectives located the vehicle they were driving in abandoned on the rural highway in Texas County, Oklahoma. In an update on Wednesday, authorities said they gathered information obtained from the vehicle that indicates a woman's disappearance involved foul play. Yeah, there's got to be like bullet holes or blood, something there to indicate foul play. No arrests have been made, and a spokesman for the Bureau said in an email on Friday there was no update on the investigation. So that was as of Friday today. There is no update. they don't have anything current. That is a shame. I'm just trying to see if ABC News 7 has anything. It doesn't look like it. Looks like they are pretty. It says a person close to Butler who asked to remain anonymous told ABC News 7 that Butler was supposed to pick up the 6-year-old daughter and 8-year-old son in Eva, Oklahoma to celebrate her daughter's birthday. But the 16-mile trip ended 3 miles short. According to the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation, their car was found abandoned on Highway 95 and Road L. We've shown you that location a couple of times. Yeah, that's it. No new information right now on these two missing women. If you have information on them, call it in to the OSBI. And I hope we get more information. Tomorrow they'll be gone for a week. Tomorrow? Yes. And they'll be 7 days missing. That's a long time. What was that school? It's the Yarborough School. Yarborough. I don't know what. It says it's K to 12. It says Yarborough School District. I just don't know if that's the right one. It's like there's the one in Ava, but they have another one that's near Gumon. If I'm saying that right, Gumon. They have two. There's one on 95 and there's one on 54. So I don't know if they're split. One's K to middle and the other one's a high school. I don't know. Let's see. What does this one say? It doesn't. Just says it's a Yarborough public school. No idea. Yarborough School is a pre-K through 12th grade school in the District of Oklahoma Panhandle. So they do pre-K to 12. So that's like the full range. That's the full gamut of schooling. Looks like, yeah, so it looks like they are a secondary school, I guess. I just don't know if they split their thing over the two campuses, the one in Gumon and the one in Ava, or whatever the town is called. They do stuff like that occasionally. All right. Insightful said there had been an announcement on Twitter about an arrest and then it was taken down. They might be interviewing someone. That's what I heard. I heard that they were interviewing. It wasn't an arrest. They were interviewing someone. But I can't confirm that either. Let me just double check. Because someone contacted me earlier saying that there was not an arrest as such. Someone had been taken in to be interviewed. Well, that's interesting. I want to quote this Twitter user. I hope they're out there somewhere. Roxy McFly. Their name is at Roxy8675809. That's a long Twitter name. You might want to get something that's a little easier for people to say. But they're saying that there was some sort of custody issue. Apparently, Veronica was heading to court against the grandma this month for more custody. And it says here, the defendant and the plaintiff had a telephone conversation that took place extremely recently, September 22nd, 2023, wherein the plaintiff admits that he never disapproved of any of the supervisors that the defendant had chosen for her supervised visitations, and that it was his mother that would make the decision, and he felt compelled to listen to her. The plaintiff further stated that he had been threatened numerous times by his mother that she would kill him, shoot him in the head if he didn't do what she told him to do, that he would send the plaintiff copied and pasted text directly from his mother as if it was from him. that the plaintiff believes his mother has cops in her pocket. Most importantly, the plaintiff admitted that he believes that his mother coaches or has coached the subject minor children before dropping them off with their current counselor. Ugh. And then they have all this type of court filings. That's a lot of court filings. Failure to protect child under 4. Unsafe turn, that's a traffic plea. Failed to protect child. Failure to use child restraint. No, these are just personal ones. Failure to stop it. A lot of traffic tickets. Name change. Yeah, I don't know what those ones are. But it looks like there was at least some sort of you know, issues with the grandma and Veronica. There was some sort of issues here you can see here. Let me just save that and see if I can make that bigger for you all. What does it say? The petition of Veronica Claire Butler alleges as follows: any and all allegations set forth in the petitioner's motion to modify or motion to enforce visitation as filed in the Cimarron County case filed on October 27, 2023. Current orders controlling custody and visitation rights with regards to the minor children. Wow, this is interesting. Apparently, the respondent, I don't want to give the name, but TA, has had exclusive possession of the minor children for the past several months and is withholding them from both parents currently. This is not in the best interest of the children and is in violation of the court's order. The father of the minor children, WCR, the son of TA, has himself posted on Facebook account about his mother withholding the minor children from the petitioner and himself in violation of the law and the current order as outlined in the court case. The respondent, TA, has not to date filed any action for grandparental visitation rights, nor has she filed any action to procure guardianship of the minor children. As such, her possession of the minor children is in violation of this court's order and the laws in the state of Oklahoma. Yeah, there is something going on here. Very, very bad. She had the children for several months and didn't give custody to either parent. That doesn't sound good. That sounds very bad. How is that even legally possible that a non-parental guardian can remove children that are subject to court orders for several months? That's very awful. And it sounds like both the parents are quite scared of her, even though one of them is a guy. He could at least stand up to his mother. Men who can't stand up to their own mother, you guys, come on. No, mums are everything, but there's things called boundaries. Okay. Let me see if I've got anything else for you. Yeah, I know Trish did the Polly Klaas thing. Child killer who snatched Polly Klaas from a slumber party wants his death penalty reversed. No. Go and eat your medicine. No one wants you back on this earth. Go away. Oh, this let's have a look at this. Let me see if I can put this one. If I can get this story for you. Yes, WSB TV. I hate when they do this. Okay, Inside Edition will have to be it. Deputies still unsure of woman found bound and unresponsive on South Carolina riverbank. It says no information is being shared about the woman's conditions or her injuries, but the JCSO statement did say that deputies responded to the location in reference to a call of a white man on the side of the riverbank. Multiple law enforcement agencies in the state of South Carolina are hard at work trying to determine the identity of a woman discovered on Wednesday in Jasper County. The Jasper County Sheriff's Office discovered a white woman just before 3 p.m. at Corner Lake Landing in the rural town of Grays, which is approximately 50 miles north of Savannah, Georgia. The woman was found on the riverbank on the Coosawhatchie River with her hands tied together. No information is being shared about the woman's condition or her injuries, but the JCSO statement did say that deputies responded to the location in reference to a call of a white man on the side of the riverbank. The responding deputies said that only on closer inspection did they discover that it was a woman. The unresponsive woman is now being treated at a local hospital, according to the JCSO. It has been 2 days since deputies discovered this woman, but her identities remain a mystery. As a result, the JCSO is now getting assistance from the South Carolina Law Enforcement Division. So is she that ill that she can't tell people her name? So she's that sick that she might be under sedation? That's pretty bad. Teresa says name of the schools again. The schools that we were talking about before, they were the Yarborough schools. I can show you. I can give you the website. I can't go to it because it blocks me out. But it's this. It's maybe I can copy it. Hold on. Come on. All right, there we go. I can put the link in chat for you and you can have a look. There's the website for the school. I can't access it because it blocks anyone not in America. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Unresponsive. So is she still under medical sedation, maybe? Thank you. That was from that woman, Madeline. Yeah, so we'll tell you a story. Me and Sean are going to tell you a story about this, aren't we, Sean? We're going to tell a story about this girl. I wish I wouldn't do that. It says, please confirm missing teen in Dunmore has been found. Sean, do you want to have the honors of telling them what you think in the chat and then I'll put it on the screen? Or do you want me to just say it? Sean did some digging. He's very, very good at it. They said, update the juvenile. Here, we can go to the actual Facebook thing. Juvenile located. Thank you. It says, original post missing juvenile. Anyone with information asked to dial 911 or contact the number. It says, at this time, we are simply asking the assistance of the public in being on the lookout for this juvenile. We are not in any way asking for parallel vigilantism type investigation. Let's see if Sean wants me to say it. All right, we'll see what he says. Hey, hug me. How are you? You know, I don't want to steal Sean's thunder since he is the one who found the information. You know how the other day we were saying there was something odd about this this listing for an Amber Alert. Well, not an Amber Alert, but a missing juvenile. And we were like, well, something's odd. They keep saying in that Facebook post, this one before they edited it, that we can't release a photo of a juvenile because they are a juvenile, but then they had a photo in the actual listing. It was really odd. Go ahead. Okay. So Sean figured out that the name is not the correct name. Well, we believe so. We had a look at some records and a couple other things. We believe they deliberately altered her name to protect her identity. I'm not going to tell you how they did it because she's been found and she is a juvenile, but I will tell you that it seems like they deliberately misled everyone with the spelling of her name. So, yeah, we were right. There seems to be they did something weird, and I'm not even 100% sure. Well, I think the photo might be correct, but you never know. because they did say in that listing, we can't give you a photo of a juvenile. And yeah, here we also believe that it would be wholly irresponsible to publish a photograph of a juvenile and make public the information regarding where they or their families reside. Known associates are likely juveniles, and by that information is also protected by the law. Yeah, so there was something a bit funny going on there. It's almost like they wanted people to be on the lookout just to see if they saw her around. They just didn't want to give any sort of concrete information about her. And I get it. Maybe it is. I think there's a reason there. I can't confirm it. I think their family might be very something, and that because of that, they might have some pull, or they might have been concerned about certain aspects of having her name out there. And I think that's possibly what was going on as well. That's all right, Teresa. You are more than welcome, my friend. I think we're getting into the very late hours now. What time is it over there? Oh, you all are going to be very disturbed, actually. Overnight tonight, we go off Australian daylight time, and we head on to Australian winter time. So my show time, not for you, but for me, changes again for the third time in 4 weeks. My show time changes from being midday to 11 a.m. in the morning. I'm not kidding. I'll be on at 11 a.m. in the morning. Oh, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt, and it sucks because I know a lot of our Australian viewers, they liked the Australian summertime better because I was on later in the day. I was on at about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and then 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So it made it easier for them to tune in. And I think we're going to unfortunately lose a lot of our Australian viewers on the live show. They'll probably watch on the replay, but they won't be able to watch on the live show because it'll be far too early in the morning. 12:48 a.m. Okay, so we're not quite 1 a.m. yet. Yeah, so that'll be a challenge. So from tomorrow, my showtime will be at 11 a.m. for me. So we'll see how that goes tomorrow. And that means Cold Justice starts at 10 a.m. local time, when in the summer it started at 1 o'clock. So some adjustments to be made for sure. Well, unfortunately, I pegged my show on American time, so everything moves, and everything for me moves, but nothing moves for you guys, if that makes sense. So my show moves like 6 times a year to different times. Thanks, JS the Cat. I appreciate it. So right now, like I said, showtime is at midday, 12 p.m. It'll move back to 11 a.m. But about a month ago, it was on at 1 p.m. and then it moved back to 12, then it moved back to 11. Then later this year, it'll move back to 12 and then go back to 1. So it moves 6 times a year, 6 times in a year. That's all right, Catatonic. I appreciate it, though. It's very kind of you. I know 11 a.m. in the morning, and I've got to be ready and have everything done. Oh, it's painful, my friend. It'll be painful. I'll get used to it, though. Be nice to be done earlier in the day, though. Give me some time in the afternoon to go take care of a few things. And because what happens now is, like right now, it's almost 4 p.m. local time in the afternoon. Once we get done with the late show, from Monday, I'll probably be done about 3 p.m., which means I've still got a couple of hours before, before nighttime, and I can try and get a few things done and stuff like that. Almost midnight for you, Teresa. Well, we should start wrapping up then. Get you guys to bed, and we'll be back tomorrow night, Saturday night, which means it's Cold Justice Saturday. We're going to have a brand new case to have a look at. Now, some people wrote to me and said, Ping, you didn't show us any diagrams last week. There really wasn't any. I went back through the episode. I actually have the entire episode on my computer. And I actually went back through the entire episode. And there really wasn't anything I thought was super important that you guys had to see. But it wasn't that type of episode. But maybe this week. What is this week's Cold Justice? Let's have a look. Cold Justice. What is this week's episode? What day is it? The 6th of April. Here. Wow, they're doing 9 episodes this year. They're going up until they're going up until episode 9. They're doing 9 episodes this season. Last 2 seasons were only 6 episodes. So to get 9, we get 3 bonus episodes. Very good. They did have a year off though. They had 12 months with no episode. They used to do one season in February, and then they used to do another half season in September. So they used to do like 6 or 7 episodes in Feb, and then they used to do 6 or 7 episodes in September. But last year, they just had one season of 7 episodes in February, and then they didn't have anything else until the following year. So they've had a long time, a long production schedule this time. Let's have a look. 6th of April, that's tomorrow. Stolen Beauty. Kelly and Abby helped the Beaumont Police Department investigate the 1999 disappearance of popular single mother. One of the men seeking her affection may have taken their obsession too far. 1999 disappearance of a popular single mother. Okay, Beaumont Police Department. Let's have a look. Can we find the case? It says the disappearance of the Beaumont children. No, that's not it. No, I cannot. Oh, they did like a sneak peek. Hold on, guys. It's a missing persons case. Hold on, let me show you guys this. Do any of you recognize this case? They haven't said what it is here.
Chemical plant. She was single mom and living with her daughter. Grow up. She had a good job at the chemical plant.
Does anyone recognize
single mom
this?
and living with her daughter at the time. And she had just gotten out of a long-term relationship and was getting back into the dating scene and getting back on her feet.
I never thought about until I started working all these cases how being pretty is a risk factor, right?
Yeah,
you don't
she
think
was
about
very
that.
beautiful.
So that was a sneak peek into tomorrow's episode. Does anyone know that one? Sergeant Tony, the detectives, Kelly. Make sure the family of Kimberly Langwell. Kimberly Langwell. I don't know this one. The disappearance. Here we go. Here's her Charlie project. And there's a photo that they used in the episode right there. Missing from Beaumont, Texas. Endangered missing. Sex female, white. Date of birth 1965. 24th of the 2nd. 34 years age. 5'3" to 5'4", 130 pounds. Was last seen wearing a white t-shirt with the Cozumel imprinted on the front and the image of a diver on the back. Blue jeans, white sneakers, a silver-toned Seiko watch with glowing numbers, a silver necklace with an angel pendant, silver hoop earrings, and a gold wedding band on her left hand. Associated vehicles, a silver 1994 Nissan Altima has been accounted for. She's described as Caucasian female, blonde hair, blue eyes. Langwell had a scar under her chin. She has a reddish purple birthmark on her the middle lower portion of her back. Her ears are pierced. Langwell's nickname is Kim, and she may use the last name Clark. Some agencies spell her middle name as Anne. I can say I've not heard of this lady. I can't click on any of these, unfortunately. Let's see if we can make him bigger. Very pretty lady. Here's some photos of her. So that's tomorrow's episode of they're doing some big cases this year. Real big. Normally they take very unknown cases, but they are taking some massive ones this year. Not home for the holidays. Let's have a look. Let's give you like a bit of a primer for tomorrow. Let's see, it's this older cases. One of the oldest active missing person cases in Southeast Texas is from 1985. No. Another cold case involves a 38-year-old woman who went missing from a parking lot in Beaumont's West End on July 9th, 1999. About 5:30 p.m., Mobile Oil Refinery employee Kimberly Ann Langwell called her daughter and said she would be home about 6:30 p.m. No one has seen Langwell since, and foul play is suspected. Langwell's silver 1994 Nissan Altima was found abandoned in the parking lot of the now defunct Eckerd's drugstore at a shopping center on Dowland Road and Phelan Boulevard the day of her disappearance, with her purse and car keys missing. Her cellular phone, cosmetics, and other personal items were still inside the car. Yeah, that's it. There's your primer for tomorrow. And I'm going to put this in the chat. If I can find my chat again. I can't find you guys. Let me close some of this stuff up so I can find you guys. I've opened far too many links. There we go. Here's your primer for tomorrow. Kimberly Ann Langwell. We're going to do that Cold Justice episode 7 tomorrow night. Only on the Oxygen channel. Hey, I would like to thank Catatonic. Catatonic, you are very sweet. She says, good stuff, Ping. Thank you very much. That is really, really kind of you. She used the Ko-Fi or Coffee link to send that donation. That is very sweet. We have a few people who do monthly memberships through the Ko-Fi link. They're able to set it up and then forget about it. And I think that suits them because we can't have memberships on YouTube until we get to 1,000 subscribers. And we can't do super chats either until that point. So for now, all we have is the PayPal link and the Ko-Fi link or Coffee. And I want to thank Sean. Sean, your daily donations really help. They add up and they help go towards the Mushroom Court Fund. We have done some scouting in the last week of what we're going to do come May. I am going to maybe try to get to the court for May, just for her appearance in May. So I will keep you updated about that. And then obviously when we go to trial in the Supreme Court, I'm going to try to be there every day. So we are going to go to court together for the mushroom trials. Yeah, I've got literally like 1,000 tabs open. It's a bit hard to find my way back sometimes. Yes, you guys are all so sweet. I love you all. I'm sorry about there was no early show tonight. I took a morning off and had a bit of a sleep in. I needed some rest, guys. It was a very busy week. And yeah. So love you all. Hope this was an interesting live show for you. Yeah, field trip with Ping. We're actually going to film live outside the courthouse. I have my live stream camera and a tripod, like a stable camera thing, and we're going to actually go live outside. I'm going to show you what the media does and what it looks like outside. So to all the people who have supported over the last 6 to 9 months, your money is helping go towards that coverage. So It'll be really cool. I don't know how many of you have ever seen an Australian court case, so it'll be very interesting. So that is our big thing this year. We're gearing up to go to the Supreme Court trial for Erin Patterson. And then I'm going to write a book about it, about my... No, I'm not going to write a book. I'm not going to write a book. We're just going to keep doing live shows. That's it. No, I'm just kidding. We're not writing a book. Yeah, mushroom trial. It's going to be huge, guys. It's literally going to be trial of the century in Australia. I cannot think of a bigger trial in the last 10 years. It's going to be massive, and there's going to be worldwide coverage of it. So, that's it for tonight. I love you all. Thank you all. I have the best audience and viewers and fans in the world, and the people who support the channel, like and subscribe or leave a comment. Actually, before we quickly go, I will read out a few comments. I like doing this for people because I think some people think I don't reply. It's not that I don't reply. I do read your comments. Hold on. Let me see if I have anything good to read for you. Susan asks, says, I totally agree with you on the Sebastian case. Thanks for being responsible in your coverage. That's why I really like your channel. Thank you very much. It's very sweet of you. Blaze Fairchild wrote, "Rip, sweet baby." She's talking about the child whose remains were found in the waste facility. And my friend Little Dove said in the comments, "Hi Ping, I will make sure to make it to your next live. Miss you too, Little Dove. I hope you are feeling better, and I hope you're recovering right now. I really do. I hope your illness, which I won't say what it is getting better." Moon Shadow said replay crew. Yes, replay crew for my friend Moon Shadow. And Sean says they can leave me at the country club instead of a cemetery burial. Okay, Sean, we'll do that. I will put that in your will for you, that you want to stay at the country club and not be put into a cemetery. All right, everyone. I love you all. Hey, check out the new ending. We got a new ending. Peace out, everyone. See you later. Good night.